right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here, and I am ready for another Star Wars reaction. That's right. I love Star Wars. I will never say I have had enough of it. I don't need any more. I'm always ready for them to bring me more Star Wars. Even with movies like Solo, which not one of my favorite Star Wars movies, I still love to be able to see that in the theater a few times, taking my kids with me, maybe going on my own and enjoying it. I enjoy seeing a movie on my own from time to time because it allows me to just really be involved in the film and not have to worry about side conversations here or there. But Star Wars The Mandalorian is coming out on November 12th, which is just a few weeks away on Disney+. I keep saying to my family, my friends, we won't get that till later, but more than likely because this is on there, we'll definitely probably check it out. Maybe not on November 12th, but definitely in November. We get several days off for Thanksgiving break, so that'll be a perfect time to binge this show. I'm not sure if they're going to release this one episode each week, or they're just going to release it all together. If I was Disney, I would do one each week. That way it forces the subscriber to keep that subscription for several weeks until the show ends. But if they gave it all in one at one time, that would be awesome. And I would definitely, during Thanksgiving break, when I'm not spending time with family and giving Thanksgiving, I'll be checking out and binging this show. So The Mandalorian, I don't know too much about it. I try to stay away from all the articles unless there's a headline that's really appealing to me. And so I personally don't know much about this show besides the basics and what any other Star Wars fan would know about how it's a Mandalorian and he's out, in the galaxy. This is taking place, if I believe I remember, after Return of the Jedi time frame. And he's running into some galactic issues, I'm assuming. If it is after Return of the Jedi, my mind's running a blank. I definitely knew the time frame before, a few weeks ago at least. But if it is after Return of the Jedi, then it'd be really interesting to see if they pepper in a little bit of the First Order. We don't need that, but it would just be fun. Maybe some Maz Kanata can go in there and learn more about her character, the little alien that Lupita Nyong'o played in Force Awakens. But Disney, Star Wars, they're all together now. They released a new trailer right before this gets released. There'll probably be some more TV spots as well. This is less than 2 minutes, so I'm not thinking we're going to get too much more information. But when I saw this yesterday, I knew I had to do a reaction. I didn't release it yesterday because yesterday we dropped our highly requested review for Andadun. That's on the channel if you want to check that out. If you don't know what Andadun is, it is a great Indian film about a blind piano player who gets involved with a whole bunch of nonsense. That's where I'll stop right there. But as far as The Mandalorian goes, I am excited for this. It looks good. I'm just looking at the very first shot. I press pause right away, and you see a bunch of Stormtrooper helmets. They're in the dirt there. So again, after Return of the Jedi, after the Empire was destroyed, those are just relics. This might be just kind of junkyard, and they're just chilling there. That definitely supports my original assumption that it's after that time period. Let me know in the comment section before I get into this if you are a huge Star Wars fan like myself, if you're just kind of, you enjoy them, or you just can't stand it and the only time you watch is because someone makes you. If you are a huge Star Wars fan, let me know if you are excited for this. And even if you're not a huge Star Wars fan, let me know if you're excited for this. This is Boring Reviews. We are a YouTube channel that covers movies from all over the globe. If you like what you see here, check out some other reactions we have. We reacted to the newest Star Wars trailer for Episode 9. We react to a lot of trailers for Indian films, and we review a lot of Indian films and American films. Check out the content. And we also have a Patreon page. We appreciate the support. If you want to check it out, you can go on our page. The link is below in the description area. But without further ado, let's get into the Mandalorian newest trailer. Here we go.
Boring Reviews! Is the world more peaceful since the revolution?
Catch what he said.
It is a shame that your people suffered.
There he is. Oh, that's the guy from A New Hope.
But bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Carmen. See, this reminds me a lot of the original trilogy with the practical effects. That's a cool shot.
They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the parsec.
Parsec. That's awesome. Ooh.
Would you agree?
Ooh. Maybe it's not so after the Return of the Jedi. Those stormtroopers still.
Mandalorian.
Carl Weathers.
Look outside.
Yeah.
They're waiting for you.
He used the jetpack.
Yeah? Good.
Okay, so if that's not the shortest trailer we've gotten so far, that was pretty close to the teaser trailer. Very short. But that was really cool. The Mandalorian trailers, they've got me excited, but they haven't blown me away like, a Star Wars trailer for a new movie. But this was a really, really good short trailer where we get a little of information about the Mandalorian. He's just like, yeah, okay. Didn't seem like the moment was too big for him. I'm curious about the stormtroopers there, but that looks really good. I see a lot of actors that I have seen before. The girl there looks like the actress from A New World, that movie with Colin Farrell where he plays John Smith. It looked like we had, our boy from Breaking Bad and from Revolution in there, and so many others. I can't even remember right now, but so many other actors. Obviously, Pedro Pascal is playing the Mandalorian. We didn't get to see his face this time, but we've seen it in previous trailers. It looks amazing. It really does. Jon Favreau has put this together. I'm assuming he's going to direct the first maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but he's got other team of directors coming in as well. This is new ground for Star Wars, which I love. It's not connected to anything else besides just the fact that it's the Mandalorian type of assassin like Boba Fett was. I really like seeing him with the jetpack. He was actually using it and flying it. Boba Fett in the original trilogy... Boba Fett in the original trilogy, he didn't really do too much. He's a huge cult classic character, but he didn't really do too much. What he did in Empire Strikes Back, when he's meeting with Darth Vader, gave us enough fear to think, okay, this guy, I don't want to mess with him. But he really doesn't do too much. And especially with that jetpack, he just uses that one time in Return of the Jedi when he goes, and then crashes into the floating barge, and then he goes into the Sarlacc pit, and that's all she wrote. Supposedly. But here we have this Mandalorian who is really going to be able to do something. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait for this. I thought that was amazing. I thought that was beautifully shot. It was put together. You had the music there. Again, the practical effects. That is what true Star Wars fans love about the original trilogy. The CGI was a good idea, but it just did not work out in the prequels. For the most part, Force Awakens went back to the practical effects. I feel like Last Jedi kind of went back to the CGI. But Star Wars is at its best when it has those practical effects. It really is. For whatever reason, it makes it more immersive for us as a fan. And I love that in that reaction, or in that trailer, It looked, as I'm reacting to it, like there was a lot of practical effects. That one alien he's fighting with at the very beginning of the trailer, again, looks like the same type of species, at least, that was in the cantina in Mos Eisley. So it's just cool to get those little Easter eggs and those characters and those types of species and aliens back doing different things, because it gives them more meaning. It gives them more application and more relevance in the Star Wars universe, where they're not just some side character in a cantina, but there's actually a species with a story and they're doing stuff. So can't wait for that. I'm still interested on the time period. Let me know when this is taking place. Obviously, I can go on Google, but I enjoy having conversations. I do respond to a lot of the comments. I enjoy having conversations with the audience, and let me know what you think. I'm sure it's happened several times before. You know more than I do here. Please let me know. But there's my reaction for The Mandalorian. I can't wait. Like I said, more than likely at sometime in November, I'll be checking this out. And until next time, adios.